Berkshire Hathaway Chairman and CEO Warren Buffett joining us just after writing his annual letter to shareholders. And Warren, this is a big deal. It's something that the investment community kind of waits on and sees as a must read because you spend so much time actually writing this yourself.
Yeah, too much.
When do you start writing the letter?
Well, this one I started very early because I had one section in mind. It turned out to be the last section. But when I talk about the American tailwind, I probably wrote that in late summer, and then I work around different sections, but it takes a long time. Yeah, I am not a first draft writer.
Well, for people who have been reading this for a long time, this letter was markedly different than you've written for the past 3 decades or so, because at the top, the opening of every letter in the past to this point has been Berkshire's percentage change in book value as the measure that you thought was most important. This time, you kind of stripped it out and said it's not the most important metric anymore for a couple of reasons. One is which Berkshire has changed so markedly, but also you just think it's not going to be the way that you'll be measuring things in the future.
No, it's not the more relevant figure, at least over time, not in any one-year period, but basically is market value, because we have become overwhelmingly an operating company, and we hope to become even more so than a company that really held a lot of stocks and bonds. I've actually talked about that in previous reports. I wouldn't have wanted to quit in a year where I got clobbered by the one I was dropping and was adopting one that made me look good. So I actually included them both in, and it was a good year to make the transition. And you said it's different. I've always had the image that I am talking to my sisters. I have 2 sisters. They're both Berkshire's, pretty much their whole investment. They're smart. They're not active in business, so they're not reading about it every day. But I pretend they've been away for a year, and I'm reporting to them on their investment. And then this year, because we may be repurchasing shares, I tried to have the vision that they were talking to me about whether they should sell their shares, and I was explaining to them exactly how I would look at it if I were in their shoes. So it's Dear Doris and Bertie at the start, and then I take that off at the end. But I'm talking to them, and I'm trying to talk to them in a manner where if they're practically entirely in Berkshire, and if they were thinking of selling some, here's what I'd want them to know before they made a decision.